Right on, everybody. Okay, we made it to the keep, and we got the blacksmith's key. All right, met our first merchant. So what I'm going to do is just come back here to Majula and go ahead and unlock this for this guy so he'll be available to me. All right, I don't remember if you have to talk to him or not, but just in case. Okay, and then come in here, and there is a bow for free right here in this chest, and this will be my bow for the rest of the game. This is fine. Bow is more PvE, player versus environment, situational for me, so get a few poison arrows at some point and go to work with that. The situation calls for it. All right, go hit the bonfire real quick, and he will be in there working now. You could leave the area and come back later, but right now I want some arrows for my bow. It's nothing I'm going to be using immediately. I don't believe I have near enough dexterity to even use this thing as it is, but go ahead and just be prepared. I have a few souls in my pocket here. Might as well get rid of some of this junk. Use a couple straight from the menu and equip the rest of these and go ahead and pop them off real quick. Alright, let's go see what I can buy with this. I'm just going to buy the cheap arrows for right now. Wouldn't mind having a few iron arrows in my pocket to break jars later, but I'll be able to get some of those between now and the time that I need them. Once I get through the Misty Forest and up in that one area where you have all the cursed jars laying around. I'll want some iron arrows for that, but for the time being, these cheapos will do just fine. I think I can upgrade something once. I believe I picked up a Titanite shard. And normally I'd upgrade my sword, the Heidi sword, which I'll be using. I can't even use yet. I still need some more dexterity. Dexterity will be the next thing I drop a few points into. And I could probably buy like 30-something more arrows, but anyway, let's just go ahead and get out of here. Alright, let's head back to the keep. Alright, now there's a few zones or a few areas I want to clear out. First, I want to go get the key to the mansion in Majula, however you say it. There's a guy hiding in a cave. Unlock this real quick. Not worried about taking damage. I can just run straight back to the bonfire for that. Okay, now down here is another sword that I'm going to want, especially early on. I may actually end up using it for a while. It's the fire longsword, and it's free, so I like the word free. Free is very cool. Also a few other random loot items down here. I think that's a human effigy over there. Getting stuck on everything. It's been a while, I gotta remember my way around this place. Now, this, I think there's like a hollow soldier's piece of armor or something in here. It's not something I'm going to use. I have this habit of picking stuff up that I know I'm not going to need. It's going to serve me no purpose whatsoever. But if it's there, I gotta have it. I don't know. It's just RPG mentality or something. Now, if you walk short ways into this cave, I remember, it triggers these guys jumping down. Some of this is coming back. I'm remembering slowly but surely. I forgot these guys like to drop life gems too. Let me go ahead and practice my parrying for a minute. Better yet, let me just practice getting hit in my face for no reason. Oh, this is so embarrassing. Alright, let me try that again. Come here. I'm gonna parry this guy. Oh, I'm gonna must parry. Bastard. Alright, one more time. Huh? Really? Really? Damn it. Oh, it's so bad. Oh, I should have got one of those. Fine. See, he didn't want to play fair. That's what it was. There was nothing wrong with my parrying. He was just cheating. Well, whatever. Okay, now big explosive worm down here. Go ahead and draw out his fire breath. Now, I believe you have a few frames of invincibility while you're going through the animation of opening the door. I like to draw that first little burst of fire and then hit the door real quick, and usually you don't get hit with the second burst. That was close. Don't know if he can one-shot me, but probably pretty close. Wouldn't doubt it. If I took a full fireball to the face, then I'm pretty sure that would kill me. Anyway, so there's my fire longsword that I can't use. I think if your dexterity is too low, I don't even believe you can two-hand it to full effect. I think you have to have at least the basic dexterity requirement and then meet, I don't know, what is it, 75% of the strength requirement if you want to two-hand it. And then you get a little bonus by two-handing. If you meet the requirements, then you get bonus damage. If you don't meet the requirements, then you get full effect as long as you're two-handed, or something like that. Sure, just take a fireball just directly to the face. In fact, don't even throw it at me, just hand it to me. Hand it to my face. My adaptability is really, really low. I have probably 2 whole invincibility frames when I roll. That will be the next stat that goes up after I get all my base stats where I need them. Now with this build, what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically build base stat requirements for my sword. Whatever it's going to take to power stance, dual wielding, the Heidi sword and the flaming, whatever long sword I have in my other hand. I may change that later, but I'll use the fire one for right now. And then fully upgrade those swords and rely on those swords for my base damage, which will easily carry through my first playthrough. And then everything else goes into like endurance and adaptability and whatever I choose to use. And then after that, if I chose to go much higher levels and go into like New Game Plus and so on and so forth, this is a great build for playing anywhere and everywhere in New Game and helping other people and doing lots of stuff. All right, so if you're going to go into New Game Plus, say you're going to carry on and you're going to go for, I don't know, like the trophies for the spells that you have to wait till New Game Plus or Plus Plus to get, or, you know, stuff like that, or you just plan on, you know, seeing how far you can go. At some point, of course, you have to worry about, you know, upgrading your weapons, and then it's just research time. You know, which weapons moveset fits you best, and if you plan on, you know, continuing to dual wield, then what buffs are you going to use? Which kind of magic or kinds of magic are you going to concentrate on? Because at some point you're going to... I say pretty much need that. I'm sure you can get away with melee with the right build even at much higher levels, but with the guys spamming spells, and most people who are scared to fight are going to sit back and just, you know, spam right bumper, left bumper with a lot of overpowered stuff. And I don't care how much nerfing they did at the update, Dark Souls notorious for that, is, you know, the spell spammers, the casters that sit back and fight from a distance, because, you know, they never developed any real evasion skills or fighting skills, so they go and research what's the most overpowered build they can have, and it's not one that's necessarily functional for having fun in the game or having the RPG experience. They're just worried about going in and feeling like they have some skill when they allow the game to beat a bunch of people in PvP. You're going to meet that most of the time. Now, if you have skills and you have some overpowered stuff, then you're really a force to be reckoned with. But if you have no skill, then what these guys will do is come up with all these magic concoctions, which just one-shot you. And so, you know, finding defenses for that, and finding weapons where you can counter all that kind of stuff. There's a million things offered in the game, different combinations, what you can do. You know, do you want to go for counter offense, or do you want to go for all defense, all that kind of stuff. Personally, this Heidi sword, I'm thinking when I got the Platinum, I had to go to New Game Plus Plus, and I believe I kept that sword with me. I don't think I ever changed. I think it honestly carried me all the way through to the end of New Game Plus Plus. But I had, by that time, buffed up a lot of stuff. Like, I believe I'd raised my faith, and of course that used to scale your lightning. From what I understand, lightning scaling has been nerfed. Just kind of uncool. I don't know. I don't know why they thought it was overpowered. It's the hexes and stuff that I see giving people the most problems, I think, but I don't know. I'm certainly no authority on all that. Now notice I titled this video My First Death. I'm going to have a glorious death, and it's, to my credit, it's not from a lack of combat skill on this particular instance. It's forgetting the buttons. I'm used to Dark Souls 1, where when you jump, you hold down B to sprint, and then you quickly tap B to jump. All right, now I'm used to that. And I guess I've got that in the back of my head. Well, the way Dark Souls 2 is configured, now you can switch it. Actually, to be fair, you can switch it back over to the B button, but I didn't. I'm trying to get used to the left thumbstick jump, where you can sprint holding the back button. I guess on the Xbox it would be the B button. On PlayStation it's the circle button. But anyway, you hold that down to sprint, then you can click the left stick to jump, so you don't have an interruption in the button motion. And I mean, that's cool and everything, but if you're not in the habit, then yeah, it can cause problems like it does right here. Yeah. My first death. Yay! Everybody, applause. Clap, clap, clap. Yay! Ninja owns himself by jumping off into the river. Alright. Anyway. So now I get the glorious task of... notice I'm pouting. Instead of climbing down the ladder, I'm pouting right now. Like, really? I'm a little peeved. Okay, now I've lost my humanity, so I'm partly hollow. Now, this isn't like Demon Souls, where you immediately go down to half health or three-quarters health if you got the ring. Okay, this drops you by degrees, and you get uglier and uglier each time you die. Unanswered. Each time you die unanswered. Now, once you fully restore yourself to humanity by either using a human effigy, or what I like to do, helping people. Get yourself summoned, and after so many summons, you will get your humanity back. Now, I don't believe it's a certain number of victories, although that may be the case. I think it's a certain number of summons. Because I can remember helping people, and like the host would die during the boss battle or something like that, and I wouldn't technically complete my summons or walk away with the win, but I would still get my humanity back. I don't know exactly what the parameters or requirements are to get your humanity back when you do get summoned by other people, but just go ahead and lay down your soapstone a few times, and you'll get it back. Now, you can lay down your little soapstone, and you get a reward. I think you get a smooth and silky, small, smooth and silky stone to go trade to the crows each time you have a successful summons with your small chalk, your small soapstone. I think that's the case. out of throwing knives. Notice throwing knives are a lot more effective in this game than they were in the other ones. My opinion. They actually serve a purpose now. But anyway, so instead of wasting effigies, a lot of times, situations like this, I want some souls anyway, to level and get early game stuff. So I have no problem laying down my soapstone and go and help with the boss or help clear out the area, get a little practice in. Because if you die, you don't lose anything, And so it's a win-win. And then, after a few of those, you get your summons back. Now, I don't know if you kept getting summoned and you kept dying in the host's world over and over. I don't know that you would ever get your humanity back. I'm not sure. Luckily, I haven't had any runs where I just died over and over and over and over and over. But, yeah, anyway. Now that I've gone hollow, that's what I'll do, and I won't suffer you guys through that. I may go ahead and get summoned once, and then go ahead and do a video on that, my first summons, and go run around with somebody. I'd like to get a point or two in my the weapons I'm going to use, so I can use them. Point or two in dexterity and whatever else I need. I got to look at the Heidi sword. I think it's 13 and 11. 13 strength, 11 dexterity, I think, right offhand. Which means I'm going to need a 20 strength and, what is it? 16 dexterity? I don't remember if you have to have 1.5 times the dexterity requirement to power stance dual wield. I'm gonna buff up strength first, and I'm gonna see if it works. Though I need to raise my dexterity some anyway, just so I can use my bow. If I remember right, the Heidi sword and its requirements worked hand in hand with a good bow. You needed the same. It seems like I needed 20 and 16. I'm just trying to remember. I've slept since then. Anyway, so I got my souls back, all right? And I talked to that guy here. I was blabbing my mouth. That dude that I went and talked to, ran through the dialogue with, he gave me the key to the mansion. If you go through all the dialogue options, he'll eventually say, oh, you're looking for a map too, whatever he's talking about, the map of Majula or something. And he gives you a key to the mansion. And we'll also head back there. There's some stuff to be had. All right, but for right now that we've cleared these areas out, we'll go work on the rest of the castle here shortly. Or go to Majula. There's also an item that I forgot just now, so we'll have to go back and get that too. All right, until the next one, y'all take it easy. Thanks for watching, everybody. I put links to more Dark Souls in the top box, and for complete listings of all my videos, click on the bottom box. And to subscribe and join the Ninja Flip, smash on that button up top. You can also follow on Facebook and Twitter to get notified when new videos are up. The links are below in the artwork and in the About section. Y'all take care.